Sisyphus was cursed with labor burden to him as a punishment for his own sins. In the Greek mythology, Sisyphus was a king who tried to cheat death. But as a consequence of this failed attempt, he was punished by Hades, the god of the dead. He was tasked to roll a boulder up Mount Olympus, but as soon as he almost reached the top, the boulder toppled down. And this lasted an eternity. And so Sisyphus was stuck in a loop, simultaneously doing the same thing every day. Rolling the boulder up was all he lived for, as there he had no choice. Every day he rolled the boulder up Mount Olympus, never knowing how close he is, but knowing that he never will be. For Sisyphus, facing death seems better than this cursed immortality with no meaning. But yet, why does the French philosopher Albert Camus say that one must imagine Sisyphus happy? Because how can one imagine Sisyphus happy? And yet, if you ask Camus, he'll insist upon it.
Well, the thing with Sisyphus is life is mundane. Life has sometimes no meaning, but this absence of meaning itself gives us the opportunity to free ourselves from the concept of meaning.
What's that in your cup? Coffee at this hour of the day?
Well, in the morning it was between either drinking coffee or killing myself.
Well, Camus has his way with his words, but I'll paraphrase it for you. To imagine Sisyphus happy is absurd as they come, and yet it is extremely important. The life and its burden is torture itself. It wants you to not live, but to counter this absurdity, one must persevere. Camus sees Sisyphus as the absurd hero. He lives life to the fullest, cheats death, and is condemned to a meaningless task for an eternity. Camus says that life is meaningless, but it's not our fate to sob over this fact. To transcend, one must not ask the who's, the what's, the why's, but rather accept the why does it matter and who cares. The absence of meaning can be the most joyful fact there is. But then how will we maintain order, and will this not cause chaos? Well, it's not the absence of order that causes chaos, rather it's the very meaning and the dichotomy of order that trails chaos with it. We must imagine Sisyphus happy to accept the absurdity of our own lives, and so Sisyphus finds his happiness in the everyday mundane.
He's such a retard sometimes, genuinely.
रुक जा प्रिया का हालत नहीं है
हमारा आदमी है साले
वीडियो भी ले रही है
I'm still attractive as a woman. The sheer absurdity of how cruel life is enough to make Sisyphus happy. Or at least Camus believes it should be.